Okay, moving on from menopause to another women's health topic, which is breast cancer. And as we continue to focus on women's health today, the Susan G. Komen Foundation is launching a massive initiative focusing on breast cancer, specifically in the African American community. And Black women die more often and are diagnosed younger with more aggressive forms of breast cancer than white women. So joining me now is Susan G. Komen Oregon and Southwest Washington CEO Andrew Asado and Concordia University Dr. Angela Owusu-Ansah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You guys kind of are starting this fascinating initiative, talking to, I assume, local women.
Yes.
About kind of precursors and what leads to this higher rate of breast cancer. What are you hoping to find? I mean, what are you going to be asking folks, I guess?
We're going to try to recruit as many African American women as possible who might be on the breast cancer spectrum. Like you said, it happens early, but it's detected late. And we all know that the earlier you detect it, the better you are in a position to fight it. And so our goal is to, first of all, conduct this pilot study to determine how best to reach the women who might have this issue and how best to recruit them and to put together a culturally appropriate program or project to ensure that we reach as many of them as possible and connect with Komen to continue with the next pieces.
Right.
So our role as part of my agency with two other African American individuals is to recruit.
Right, okay, so you're recruiting. Would you get the women, is it studying lifestyle choices, or, I mean, you know, what makes each of us kind of different, and what are you guys going to be looking for?
Well, we're really looking to doctors' team to help identify just what we'll be working with. We've been working in the African American community for the past 7 years with a program called Worship in Pink, a faith-based way of approaching women in the community and their families about the importance of regular screening, the importance of breast health. And thanks to a partnership with Legacy Health, we've been able to successfully reach an average of 30 churches a year where we train ambassadors who were doing that first step of creating awareness. What we want to do now, and are embarking on what would be a multi-year project once we go through this pilot study, is to partner with community and determine over several years to change behaviors. Because one of the things that we know is that women of color face a grave disparity in mortality rates to breast cancer. Breast cancer in African American women is actually lower than white women, but their mortality rate is 40% higher.
Oh, why though? I mean, I guess that's what you guys are trying to find out.
Well, and I think partially it's attributed to large and long intervals in between screening, or if there's suspicious diagnosis or results, follow-up may be not timely. So we have a bold goal at Komen that we launched nationally 2 years ago, and that is to reduce breast cancer deaths in half, or by 50%. By 2026, and really 3 areas we're focusing on. One is looking for better methods of screening and detection beyond mammography, funding research that is focused on metastatic, late-stage, aggressive forms of cancer, which typically is diagnosed in African American women, like triple negative. And third, it's to work with communities of color where we face inequities. So we just finished a 5-year Latina initiative in partnership with Kaiser Permanente and robust partners in the community that Komen led and funded. And it was to move Latina women through screening and break down barriers to see the importance and change the cultural habit of maybe not getting screened. And so while the African American initiative will be much different, we don't quite know yet what it will be, but that's why we've found the right people in the right minds to help direct us. And
so Angela, are you looking for volunteers? Are you kind of doing a call out for that, or do you guys find women, you know?
A series of things. We got to first build trust, build relationships, and then be very intentional to seek out the conceptualization in the community about the disease, what sources of information are available to them, what kinds of interaction they face when they do seek health care. So it's a multifaceted approach that the pilot will be looking at in trying to determine all the different areas that we need to massage or get ready for the bigger piece. And so that's the goal more than anything. And like I said, it's trust, it's relationship building, and then bringing in the help they need. Actually thinking of ways of actually bringing help to them, as opposed to saying go for help.
Right.
You know, trying to figure out all those pieces. Yeah.
That's better. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are on an important mission. I hope it goes well. You got to check back in with us when you're all done in a couple of years. All right, still to come.